you? Are you just wondering where the year has gone? Because it is almost halfway through the year now. And the last 2 months, have they been a blur? Are you sitting there going, I don't like what happened? Where did it go? Did you lose 2 months? Or have you been super productive? Maybe you've been really on it. Maybe you've been really like, all right, like it's go time, Shachi. Who knows? Tell me how you've actually been doing these last 2 months. And while you are um, telling me that, I'm going to pop in and make sure that we are live in the Play a Bigger Game inner circle. I use a different streaming services to stream live into my platforms, and so I'm always like, well, I don't know if they're actually working when they say they are. So anyway, you can say hello in the chat because I see everything coming through in the chat. So would love to say hello to you, and would love to know where you're watching from and what your business is, because it's really helpful for me to know what your business is, because that then I can tailor what I'm talking about a little bit more. But today is all about how to create a strong strategy moving forward for the rest of 2020. Okay, so say hello in the comments so I can make sure. Yes, we're live. We've got people here. Okay, good. All right, great. All right, if you don't know me, I'm Arian Alexander. I'm the Rock Your Business Coach and Video Expert, and I'm here in the Play a Bigger Game Inner Circle Facebook group for coaches, consultants, experts, speakers, authors, real estate agents, lawyers. I mean, all kinds of people that I work with that are entrepreneurs and business people all over the world. And I wanted to create this Facebook group for us to connect, because on social media everything can get lost. There's a lot happening right at all times, and so I wanted really a place where I can really connect with you and really support you in your business and create a community that we're all very supportive of each other's businesses in order to grow together. Because as I find, as one person rises, everyone rises. Okay, I just want to make sure. So give me a little hello in the comments. Oh, great. Hi, Trinity. Trinity, which page are you on? Are you watching me in the Play a Bigger Game? Will you just tell me, are you in the Play a Bigger Game page watching this? I want to make sure it's going live, because I'm trying to find it on my phone, but it's not coming up on my phone. So I just want to make sure that it's going live into the right pages. Facebook can be a little wonky. They just kind of changed all the ways that they do live. So it's like it's kind of figuring out all the technology things too, but it's fine. We'll get everything rolling. Okay, so let me just check this real quick. Okay, so I show I'm live on my business page. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to my business page and I'm gonna come back in. So if you are watching on my Play a Bigger Game, yes, I'm in the Play a Bigger Game group. Okay, good. Awesome. Good. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much, Trinity, for clarifying that. All right, so let's roll. How is your 2020 going? Can you believe it is almost June 1st? And that is half of our year. So tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing with your business right now? 10 being like, I'm nailing it. I'm rocking it. Business is great. And then 1 is like, oh, we got a lot of work to do. So tell me how you're actually doing in your business, so that I can have an idea of what's happening in your business, because everyone's at a different point, right? Some of you are really rocking it and you've taken this time when COVID hit, you're like, I'm game on, I'm going for it, I'm doing it all. And some people are like, oh, it's not, I don't know what to do, I'm struggling, I'm feeling stuck. I've heard that a lot. I'm spinning my wheels, like not knowing what to focus on. So I'd like to know from you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you actually feeling about your business right now? Okay, so just put in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10 how you're feeling about your business. 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. Okay, good. All right, let me get this all rocking and rolling here. Okay, thanks for being with me a little bit in this, getting everything started. It's just a little confusing. All right, so wherever you are, and whether you're watching live, thanks for being here live. It's awesome to see you live. And if you're watching on replay, hi. I still want you to answer all the questions that we talk about, because it really helps me know how to guide this group of this Play a Bigger Game business group. So put on a scale of 1 to 10. Are you 10? Are you rocking your business now? Or 1, are you like need some help? Or where are you in that spectrum of business. And if you don't know me, if we haven't, hung out before, what I do is I help entrepreneurs and business people all over the world create 6 and 7 figure businesses. And one of the main ways that I help clients do that is through video marketing, using the power of social media, the power of videos to actually reach your ideal client so they can know you, like you, and trust you immediately. And that's not the only way to build your business. It's a great way right now because everything just went online. Everything is really done through video now, and it's going to be that way in the near future. As businesses start to reopen, we're still going to be doing so much online through videos. So I'm going to be talking a lot about this in the in this group, in the Play a Bigger Game group, a lot about how to use video marketing to really build your business. And so hopefully that'll be really helpful to you. Okay, good. All right. Trinity, oh my gosh, Trinity says her daughter was in a car accident. Oh my God, late to your daughter. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll see you. Well, oh my God, I hope everything's okay. All right, so your business. So wherever you are in your business, whatever's happening in your business, there is a way to create a very clear strategy of what is next. Now, why is this important? Because what I've been seeing, and you can tell me what's happening in your world, in your business, is that it's this period of spinning your wheels, of not knowing what to focus on, of wondering, like, do I have to redo things? Do I have to create, this new business to sustain, like, what am I going to do for the rest of the year? And so and even if you're solid in your business, there still always needs to be a plan for what's next, right? Because the world is changing daily. Things are literally changing day by day. And so we don't really know what things are going to look like in 6 months. We can just have an idea. So what I'm recommending for all my clients, and why this is important, is to get you out of the distractions and to get you out of spinning your wheels and get you into clear, solid action so that you can feel super confident and proud of yourself that you're actually moving forward in your business in a powerful way. Because that's the whole key, isn't it? So my encouragement is look at the long game. Like, you're playing the long game now, okay? Because you might be doing things in the short term, called the next 3 months, of different ways to sustain your business. But really, it's like, okay, what do you want your business to look like by the end of the year? So you were fast forwarding to December 31st. Hi, your name just says Facebook user, so I don't know your name. That you said evening, all good, Facebook, hi, beautiful. Hi, I don't know your name. So if you can pop your name in the comments, it's not showing up for some reason. But thanks for being here, whether you're live or on replay. Thank you. So basically, you want to think about it this way: is you're playing the long game. Okay. What do you want your business to look like at the end of the year? So we're having this conversation. We're here on December 31st of this year, and you're going, Arian, oh my gosh, here's what's happened in my business. Oh, it's Steph. Hi, Steph. For some reason your name doesn't pop up. That's weird. I don't know. Hi. I'm glad you're here. First I said SYDF. I'm like, I don't know who that is. It's Steph. Hi, Steph. Then I stayed on the end, Stephanie, because I have to show you something really cute. Oh, wait, I can just show you now. Here's the bright mask. I just got it. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Okay. So what do you think about when we're December 31st of this year, what are we talking about? Okay. What are you telling me you're really proud of in your business? What are you looking back on? You go, Arian, I totally did this. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself that I did this thing that I said I was going to do, and I did it. What's that thing? What's the thing that you really want to create by the end of the year? You have 6 months now. Okay. So it's not time to just forget it. It's not time to give up at all. It is time to go, like, double down in your business and go for it. And hi, so if you're coming on now, will you put your name in the comments? Because for some reason in my system, I'm not seeing your names. All it says is Facebook user, which obviously you're a Facebook user, but I don't know who was saying hi. This is so weird. It's never been like this. So I'm going to try to pop over to my page. Maybe I can see a little better, but if you can pop in the comments when you're saying hi, who it is, because then I'll know who I'm chatting with. So thank you for that. All right, let's see. Oh, Candace. Oh, hi, Candace. Okay, now I can see. I just went to my my page. Now I can see it. Okay, hi, Candace. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're in this group, Candace. This is perfect for you. Oh my gosh. And obviously, Stephanie, you too. Okay, so basically, what do you want your business to look like at the end of the year? Okay, is it more clients? Is it more income? Is it a specific goal that you have, because again, you're playing the long game now. I mean, I look at it like next year too, but I'm just specifically talking today about the next 6 months, because it's kind of a marker that we have, right? That it's almost June. And so we have 6 months. So what do you want to create in 6 months? So this is really, so what I'm going to share with you today are strategies to actually create your strategy for the next 6 months, and then you break it down so you can take the action steps. And how we're going to do, so that's kind of what we're doing today. Is I'm going to help you understand strategy and how to break it down. I'm also going to give you I have a download for this, a really easy download that you can follow through the steps. So if you want that, just put yes in the comments. It's called 3 steps from confusion to clarity, and it will help you really walk through these steps. So if you want that, just put yes in the comments, and I'll DM you and make sure you're on my email list so you can get that. Okay, and then how we're going to do this is I'm basically going to give you the steps that I use with clients, and then you can figure out how you want to do that in your life. And then obviously, if there's other ways that we can work together, I have really, really cool groups. My signature program is called Lights, Camera, Cash, that I'm doing, that is like the most fun small group coaching. So I have different ways that we can work together. If you need more support, if you don't, great. Like this is, totally for you to just get support from me here in this Facebook group. And if you need more support, that's obviously available to you. Now, a lot of clients go, well, what if it doesn't work for me? Like, what if, we talk about this and I learned strategy, but it doesn't work? Well, it will work. So as I walk you through these steps today, if you do them, you will see results in your business. I can't guarantee what those results are, but it's basically like this. When you're spinning your wheels and you're not taking action, and you're confused and you're distracted about what you're doing, nothing's happening, because you're not co-creating with life. You can't, you have to give life something to bounce off of you, to show up. You have to show up, and then life will give you feedback. But when you're just staying in your spin, and you're worried about what's going to happen, and you're worried and you're stressed and you're anxious, then nothing's happening. But when you calm down your anxious, your nervous system, calm down your anxiety, and I know it's easier said than done, but I'm gonna show you how to get clear in this, so that you can actually create these small steps so you can move forward, and then you're gonna feel that confidence, and you're gonna feel the momentum, and you're gonna keep going. Okay, how does that sound? Woo woo. Okay, good. Hi, Shan. Oh my God, my client Shan. She lives in South Africa. Oh my gosh, she is the farthest. You win the prize for being the farthest away on the planet. I think next time I will do this as a Zoom. I like to do it as Zoom because I like to have the interaction of all of you. But we'll just keep it here like it is today. I'm practicing all this. Like I'm always like practicing things so I can learn, and then teach my groups and my Lights, Camera, Cash group. But anyway, all right, let's get down to business about your strategy. Okay, let me get out my download here. I'm going to walk you through the download, and you're going to get this because you're going to put yes in the comments, and I will send you this download that's called 3 steps from confusion to clarity. So I'll just get, if you're not on my email list, I'll get it, and I'll send that out to you. Okay, so the first thing is, as I said, you want to actually think about where you want to be at the end of this year. Okay, we're just going to talk about 6 months, right? Which is still a long game, right? Because some people are really concerned about the short game, what's happening right now. And you can use these same tactics, but we're just going to talk about the end of the year because it's fun to think about like where you're going to be December 31st of this year. All right, so the first thing is going to be to figure out, what do you really want? Discover. The first step is discover. What do you really want to create? So Stephanie says in here, we get back to those comments. Let's see. She said, oh, where did it go now? You said something about what you want to create. Facebook is so weird today. I'm like losing the comments. All right. But Stephanie, was something about, I can't find it now. She says, I made 10 modules and rocked my video life with your help. Yes. Okay, good. So Stephanie's created a program. So at the end of the year, by the end of the year, she's going to look about, she's going to go, I made 10 modules. I created my program for my clients. I worked with Arian. I really learned how to rock my videos. So that's a great goal, right? Like that's a very clear goal. So for each of you, you want to, hi, Aza. Aza's my super fan from New York City. He's been my super fan from 2008 when I was on a reality show called More to Love. That will be a whole nother Facebook Live to talk about that. Okay, first step is discover, okay? You want to discover what you really want to create. So I encourage you to really think about that and sit with that. It's not just like, oh, I want to do this thing. And it's not like, oh, I want to make $1 million by the end of the year. It needs to be, within within reason, basically. Not to say you can't make $1 million by the end of the year, but it's like I encourage clients to be 50% grounded in reality and 50% stretch. So from where you are right now, what's a stretch for you? What's a 50% stretch? And go for that, because you do have 6 months to create things. Now you're going to have to get into action to really do them, but you've got 6 months. And my encouragement right now is it is time to double down. Okay. I talk about this in my video coaching program, Lights, Camera, Cash, that it is not time to retreat because people want leadership. We are craving leadership. When you look on Facebook, which to me is like a SIT show right now, because there's so much on both sides of like whatever the sides are. This side thinks I'm so confused by all the sides now. I don't even know. But it's like this person doesn't know what they're doing. And so therefore this person and this political party's ruining everything and this political party's ruining everything. I mean, it's like, it's all over the place, right? So that's where our world is all this confusion of like, what's happening and what's the truth and whatever, what do we do next? And people are craving leadership. When we have a leader that comes in and says, you know what, I got this, I'm going to help you, I'm going to take care of it, I'm going to take care of you. You feel that warmth, like, and trust that person. That's why we all lean to different leaders in our life, no matter who that is. So we are craving leadership right now. So it is your job with whatever business you have to show up as a powerful leader to your clients and your potential clients. And this is how you're going to come out fine on the other end of the long haul. Okay, is when you really understand now that it is not time to retreat and wait for this to be over, because this is not over. This is what life looks like now for quite some time. And that you need to double down on your exposure, on the value of the expertise that you bring, because people want it and they crave it and they need it. Okay, whatever you do, your special sauce is so needed right now. Okay. So the first thing is to clarify, what do you really want to create? What's really calls to your heart? What's your dream goal? What would you be so proud of yourself to create by the end of the year? For me, I like to do it. I do have monetary goals that I go for, that because it's like there's like a limit that I've been at, that I've just been floating around for some time. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, this doesn't make any sense. So for me, going for it was even creating this Facebook group, because I'm like, no, I want a community that I can actually interact with and really help people in a powerful way. And I can't do that when everybody's kind of all spread out all over the interwebs everywhere. So I created this Facebook group, Play a Bigger Game, so I can like have us all together and really help you. All right. So first thing is, what do you discover what you really want, what your dream goals are, and write them down, right? Get really clear on that. Second step is I'm looking at my notes from my handout. Second step is you want to only focus on 1 to 3 projects at a time. And I know that is not the easiest thing to do in the world, right? It is not the easiest thing to narrow it down. But what happens is when you have too many things going on, it just splits your energy. You just split your energy, and you just then you don't get anything done. And every day you're like, oh God. And this is where it gets confusing. Oh, that's funny. Stephanie just said, I've been your super fan since 1996. That's true. Aza, you have competition. I forgot. Stephanie, I've known Stephanie. We worked together for Brighton Collectibles with this cute mask from Brighton Collectibles. More on that later. We worked together for 12 years at Brighton Collectibles in the fashion business, and since 1996. All right. So Stephanie says it would be $100,000. Great. Awesome. Love it. That's a great goal, right? And that's doable. Definitely. So there's going to be a lot involved in creating that. So whatever your goal is, and I'd love to see them if you want to put it in the comments. Again, if you're watching live or on replay, it's all good, because I come back to all the comments all the time. So put anything in the comments you want to. All right. So you want to focus on 1 to 3 projects. You've got to narrow it down and be like, okay, this is what I'm focusing on, because you can't do everything, right? You can't be on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can't be an expert in all those platforms unless you've got a support team, right? Unless you've got a bunch of assistants that are like doing the work for you, and which can be done. but like you can't do it yourself. And most of you I know personally. And if I don't know you personally, I will, since we're in this group together. And you're doing it yourself. You might have one or two people helping you, but you don't have a whole team. So it's hard to do it all yourself. So you want to, like, that's where you got to narrow it down. Focus on the 1 to 3 things that are really going to get you where you want to go. Okay. Second, you're good. Well, that's like 1A. Okay. Discover your big goal and then pick out of those like big goals 1 to 3 projects. The second step is create. Okay. So now you want to get really specific in these 1 to 3 goals that you're creating. Okay. You want to write your goals in, you want to write down, first of all, what you're actually committing to. Okay. So the create part of this is discover, create, transform, are my 3 steps that I take you through. So discover what you want to create, your goals, your dreams, all of that. Pick 1 to 3 of those projects. And then the second step is create. And this is where you're going to actually write down the goal and put dates by it. Okay, this is where you start creating the system. So you're not saying, I want to make $100,000 by the end of the year, but you're not putting any benchmarks in, because then you're going to get to October and you're going to be like, oh crap, like I only made like $5,000 in like the last 3 months. So whoops. So you see, you've got to have benchmarks for what you want to make each month, and then that can back you into how many clients you need to reach out to and all of that. But basically, all I want you to start with is write down your goals that you're committing to. And I don't want you to write them down and just I'm just gonna use the example because just so many people say this, like $100,000. Like, I'm gonna make $100,000. That's not an affirmative goal. How you write it as an affirmative goal is, I am easily and gracefully receiving at least $100,000 by December 31st, 2020. You write it in the way of an affirmation of, I am da 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 da, easily, gracefully, joyfully receiving. You're not making money. You're not putting paper and ink together and making money, right? You're receiving it. I'm easily receiving at least, because you want to make more, right? $100,000 by the end of this year. I am joyfully receiving at least 5 new clients by the end of next month. I am excitedly, partnering with at least 10 new clients for my next program. Whatever those things are that you're excited, your 1 to 3 projects, I want you to write them down in an affirmative manner, that it's very clear and it makes you excited, because this is how we create, is you're creating with life. And life, when you're like, I gotta do this thing and I gotta make some money and all that, life's like, well, that's boring. Like, why would I help you? But when you're like excited and your energy gets up and you get passionate about it, then that's what attracts people and experiences, right? Is like, life's like, oh, cool, let's go. It's juicy, it's fun. She's really excited about this. Okay. So you want to write down your goals in an affirmative manner and put a date by it. I'm a big fan, there's lots of different ways to do this, but I'm a big fan of just put a date there. So at least you have benchmarks of how you're moving along in the process. Okay, so I'm going to slow down. I'm going to check the comments and see if there's any comments from this. Okay, good. Asa says, oh, I need people. Who's that? Who said I need people? Again, like I can't see. Oh, Stephanie says I need people. Asa says the masks. Asa says definitely feeling the mask too. Oh, you mean the mask? Oh, yeah. Oh, right, because it's so cute. Go Brighton. All right. Asa says set individual reasonable goals. Yes. Reasonable, like 50% grounded in reality, 50% stretch. Affirmative goals with dates. Right. Stephanie says, yes, I'm gracefully and easily going to receive. And you know what I mean? Say going to receive. Receiving. I am gracefully and easily receiving at least $100,000 by December 31st by working with 20 more clients to enhance their business. That's really clear and specific. So it's 20 clients. Great. Like now you know. All right. So now we have something to play with, right? Okay, good. I love this. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the chat, whether you're watching live or on replay. If you're just joining in, hi, I'm Erin Alexander. This is the Play a Bigger Game business group for all entrepreneurs, small business owners, all kinds of people. I work with all kinds of clients all over the world. And we're talking about why it's important to have a strategy and how to create that strategy and what that strategy looks like. And some people might think it, like I've heard this before. Well, have you done it? You know, like people be like, well, I don't know, like it doesn't work for me. I haven't made the money. I haven't, I don't have the clients. But I'm like, well, have you done it? Have you actually written down a strategy, made plans, made commitments, taken courageous action and done it? Because most people haven't actually, they've thought about it, but they haven't actually done it. All right. I am steadily receiving $8,000 by July 15th. Love it. I am steadily receiving at least $8,000 by July 15th, right? Have you done it, Arian? Yes, I'm always, I don't always do it, but I do it. I use the same strategy. This is what I do for myself. Like I put dates, and I had to reassess this kind of when COVID came in. And it was like, but it lit a fire for me. It was exciting because it's like, it got me more urgent and really, really desiring to serve people. So my next step is I have another Lights, Camera, Cash group coaching program. That's my signature program that starts in a few weeks. I have one going right now, and Shan's on my call, which I love. I love my students in my Lights, Camera, Cash program, and they're rocking it and having so much fun. So I'm starting another small group coaching for that in a few weeks. And my next, intention is I'm gracefully and easily filling my next Lights, Camera, Cash program because it's so exciting and fun for me. So I do the same thing. I always do the same thing for myself. All right. Now, number one was discover what you want to do, what you want to create. Write it down the ideas. Number two is actually writing down those goals in affirmative ways and putting dates by them so you can have some benchmarks. Number three is transform. Discover, create, transform. Number three is transform. Okay, in order for you to become this person who's doing this, what do you need to change inside? So this might be the most important part of it. Well, there's two most important parts. I'm making a note because there's another important part. Okay. You can think all day long that you want to have this business. I'm making 500, first of all, everyone starts with like the six figures. Like I'm making at least 6 figures a year. Great. And then it goes up from there, right? I'm making at least 250 a year. And I'm making at least 500 a year. And then everyone wants to be a millionaire. Joke in California is like, like a millionaire is like, oh, poor thing. I mean, it's insane here. If you live in New York or California, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so those kind of benchmarks, 6 figures, 500,000, millionaire, like those are kind of benchmarks that a lot of people use, which is totally cool. So who do you need to be the person who receives at least $100,000 for your work by the end of the year? How does that change you? How does that change the way you show up every day? How does that change the way you think? Because it's easy to say we're going to do this, but then when we start doing it, what happens is, if you don't know me, if you haven't worked with me before, I have a background in psychology. I have a master's degree in spiritual psychology. And so I really understand how our mind, or understand a lot. Like I'm not an expert, I'm not a psychologist, but I understand a lot about how the mind works. So what happens is, when you start going for it, when you say, I'm easily and gracefully receiving at least $100,000 by the end of the year, and I'm partnering with at least 20 clients and I'm going for it. And you start taking the courageous action, we'll talk about that. You have to take courageous action. When you start doing that, what happens is you go outside your comfort zone, okay? So your ego is used to your comfort zone right here. And my clients in my Lights, Camera, Cash know what I'm talking about. Shan, you know what I'm talking about, girl. Because it's like you, especially with videos, you're like, I know I got to do videos. I got to reach my audience. This is how I'm going to, build these relationships. And then when you start doing them, it's so uncomfortable because you're outside your comfort zone. So what happens is anytime we start to take courageous action steps outside our comfort zone, this ego, this comfort zone that's built to keep us safe goes, red alert, red alert, red alert, come back. It's dangerous out there. Don't go out there. Come back. You know this place is safe. Come back. And so then we stop doing it. We get distracted by the next shiny object. We go, I'll do it next week, right? Have you had that happen? I've only had that happen, I don't know, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, maybe 100,000 times in my life. Because we are built for survival and safety. So anytime we go outside our comfort zone, it is going to be uncomfortable. And everything within us is going to go, come back. Don't do it. It's unsafe. Come back. But it's simply thoughts. It is not truth. There are no saber-toothed tigers chasing you anymore. That's why that was built there in the first place. It was like, don't go outside your camp, right? Your fire's here, your family's here, when we're like back in the caveman ages. And our system is built to say, don't go outside the camp because there could be a tiger out there. And it was dangerous. And so our system's like, when you would go past the, camp zone, it was dangerous and you had to run back in. Okay, we don't have saber-tooth. I don't think so. Are there any, do you have any saber-tooth tigers in your room anymore? I mean, if you do, I'm really sorry, but I don't think you do. But our systems haven't changed, right? Our DNA has not changed from like when time began. So understanding that your system, all those thoughts that come in is just to hold you back. And it's okay because we all have it. But what you can do is you can really think about it. Like, what is holding me back? What are the thoughts? What are the doubts? What are the fears that come up when I think about, reaching my goal, when I think about going for it, when I actually go for it? Like, what comes up? What are the thoughts? Is it, I'm not good enough? I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy. Who am I to do this? I mean, I've been a coach a long time, so that's pretty much what I hear. So it's okay to have those. It's very normal because they kind of run in most of us. But you just have to address it, right? Because this is how you move through it, is you address it, and instead of believing it and going, oh my God, I'm not good enough to partner with 20, oh God, what 20 clients are going to want to pay me, $20,000 to work with me? Oh God, I mean, like, who am I to think that people are going to pay me $20,000 to work with me? Whatever your number is, it doesn't matter. Then you can start to step back from that and go, oh, right, that's just the ego trying to keep me safe, but it's not real. It's just a thought. It's like, you can't grab onto it. There's no proof. Like, it's just a thought. So it's important to understand that the transformation comes in what thoughts and doubts and fears do you have to give up? Okay. What thoughts and doubts and fears do you have to give up in order to create what you really desire? Okay, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to see what people are saying, because I know you're saying things over here. Yes, 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 yes. So, scary land. Exactly. Yippee! Mean people on social media who will say things. I'm too old. Who am I? Am I good enough? Right. Those are all these things that come up. This thing about social media, like, what are people going to say about you? It's, well, you're not, like, don't worry about, I mean, it's easy for me to say, but it's like, no one's trolling you. Like, no one's looking to troll you. Even if someone's trolling you, they're just, I mean, you're not a celebrity. You're not a politician. You have a business. Like, people aren't looking to troll you, right? So people aren't really saying mean things because you don't have like a big enough platform. Does that make sense? People are trolling people who have like really big platforms and that's not what you're doing yet. And when you are doing that, if people troll you, you'll be in a different space and you'll be like, oh, well, there's a troll, who cares? But I think the thing is, it's like the fear that what are people going to say about me when I'm visible, when I'm really showing who I am and standing in my power and my strength. What are people going to think of me? Here's the good news. What people think of you has nothing to do with you. What people think of you has nothing to do with you. What do I mean by that? Oh God, I got to write this down. I'm going to have to do a live about this. Because I'm just going to touch on this real quick. What I think about you has nothing to do with you. It's only my past history and my thoughts and my projections and my belief systems and the way that I view the world and my point of view. And that's how I see you. How you see me has nothing to do with me, because every single one of you has a different opinion of me. And I guarantee you there's plenty of people. I mean, let's be clear. Most of you have an amazing opinion of me, right? Kidding. But if you're here because like we like each other, right? But I guarantee you there's plenty of people who are like, God, she's so annoying. She's so loud. And she thinks she knows everything. Whatever. I don't know what people say. I don't really care. But it doesn't have anything to do with me. Because I'm just being me. I can't be anything other than me. You can't be anything other than you. So what people think of you has nothing to do with you. It has to do with their opinions of what's right, what should be, and what's right. And that has nothing to do with you. So you can really kind of, as you can let that go. And that's where the visibility comes in. And that's where the being seen and standing in your power comes in. because it doesn't have anything to do with what they say. So, but this is what you're going to have to work through, right? This is what you're going to have to, and I encourage you to write it down. Like, write down those thoughts, write down those beliefs, write down those things that come in your head, because the only way you're going to shift it is by getting it out, by addressing it. When you pretend that everything's okay and like, well, you know, you're not going to transform. And in order to create what you really desire to create, you're going to have to transform, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Change does not happen like easy breezy, because our systems are built to stay the same. You know how hard it is to lose weight, to lose 1 pound? Do you know how hard it is to lose 1 pound? Because the body's like, no, I want to stay in this stability, no matter if it's uncomfortable. That's how we're wired. Anyway, I'll do a whole nother live on that soon. And the next part of this transform is, what actions or habits do I need to change to create my goal? So you got to look at your thoughts, your doubts and fears and thoughts, and you got to look at your actions and habits. Okay. So what does that mean? How do you consistently show up for your work? Are you consistently reaching out to people? Are you consistently taking courageous action? Or are you just expecting things to hoping and wishing things will happen? Right? So that's where you really have to look at your actions and habits. Because, if I want to, lose 10 pounds, but I am eating cookies all day, every day. I mean, like, I wouldn't ever do that. What are you talking about? Me? No, I would never just eat cookies all day. That's it's an area that I have to look at. I eat really healthy, but I'm always like, why can't I lose? Why am I not losing weight? And I'm like, oh, because my actions and habits aren't necessarily aligned with losing weight. I don't really I don't have a plan. I just kind of expect to lose weight. And I'm like, well, how am I going to do that? So do you see, I would have to change my actions and habits of, like, I don't know, drinking more water and like really cutting out sugar and I hate that. No, not having as many cocktails. Not that I have a lot of cocktails, but I do like my cocktails. Mommy likes cocktails. So it's just, we all have to look at it. It's like, what actions or habits do you need to change to create your goal? All right, so I'm going to pause. Let's see, look in the comments again. Where are they? Where are those comments? Where are those comments? Do my hair. Do my hair, be more consistent, not be scared. Yeah. So those are all thoughts and beliefs and actions. So that's what's actions that you would have to take, is to do your hair. That's funny. Be more consistent. That's a huge one for any business. Consistency is key. Not be scared. Right. So all these are good things that we're speaking of today. All right. So just to recap before we wrap and again, like, if you're watching on replay, awesome. Put anything in the comments that you want to comment as I've been going through this, and I'll certainly love to get back to you. If you want the 3 steps from confusion to clarity, just put yes in the comments and I will get that over to you. And I see some of you have put yes in here. All right. So, Stephanie says, fear thoughts. I'm not a good enough salesperson to make this money. Great. And there's something beneath that too, I'm not good enough, period. It's because I'm not a good enough salesperson to make this money it's really just, I'm not good enough. And so that's a big thing, right? That's something that we have to just get over, is like, okay, move through it. And I'll help you do that. That's why I have this group, so I can help you have great relationships with your clients and have fun and make money and have a great business. Okay. So how do you really get moving? Then your strategy. You discover what you really want to do, what your goals are. You create the goals create them in an affirmative way, so you have benchmarks, and you transform by really looking at your doubts, your thoughts, your fears that are holding you back, and what habits and action steps do you need to take in order to create it. So that's the simple version. Again, I'll send you the download. Candace says, be consistent with the amount of time I decide to put in my business. Work from a place of positivity and confidence. Exactly. Right. So that's like the habit is to be consistent with the amount of time you decide to put into your business, 100%. And a habit also is to work from a place of positivity and confidence, and not like thinking you can't do it. And this doesn't happen overnight. Oh my God, please don't think this happens overnight. This is a process. This is why I'm going to help walk you through this. Stephanie says, I adore you. Thanks, I adore you too. Candace, I'm so glad to see you here. Aza, I'm so glad to see you here. Cheyenne, my girl Cheyenne from South Africa. If you haven't said hello, I'm so happy to see you. Even if you didn't comment, it's totally fine. And if you're not in my Play a Bigger Game business group, get in here. Just go to Play a Bigger Game in your Facebook bar and you'll see my group and click to join and you'll have 3 questions because this is where it's happening. This is where I'm going to do all my lives. This is where I'm going to be giving you personal attention and helping you as much as possible. And you can invite friends into this community as well because it's an awesome community of all kinds of entrepreneurs and business people. So you can invite your friends to come in here too and they can join as well. All right. Put yes if you want the download. I will get 3 steps from confusion to clarity from you to you, and invite your friends in here. And if you're not in here already, ask to join. And what else? I can sing karaoke and talk to anyone. Yeah, you can. Hi. I should be able to be a huge success. I freeze or I'm scared. Yeah. Well, this is the process. Is just you're going to take the small steps in order to get to where you want to go. You're going to write down those thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back. And you're going to see what habits and actions you need to change and take the small courageous action steps. We'll talk about courageous action steps in another video. I just realized 2 more videos I'm going to do next week, one on courageous action and one on what people think of you has nothing to do with you. And it's none of your business. Aza, oh, and if I don't have your email, or I'll message you. Don't worry about it. I'll message you your email. All right. Thank you. Last, my cute Brighton mask. My friend Stephanie, who's on here, and I worked for Brighton. She worked there for longer than I did. I worked there for 12 years in my 20s. I grew up with this most amazing company on the planet. It's a fashion company. Look how cute this is. You can go to brighton.com, and there are specialty stores all over the country that sell it. I'm only showing it because I think it's adorable, and I can't wait to wear it because I want to be safe. All right. Me love you long time. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.